You just knew? Oh, snap. Oh, my bad. It's actually working now. Oh, my bad. It's actually working now. Oh, my bad. It's actually working now. It's actually working now.
Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the Scarlet and Gray already rocking this house. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down for this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Brown wants to pass. He's got his man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They think there's room to run to the right here. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going up top. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Leaves it with the running back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haynes. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all...
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. Bringing it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Safety run in the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
They'll try the run. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He'll keep it himself. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
Loss of 1 ball play. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Ohio State 28, Clemson 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Brown will throw it. He looks that one in nicely. He's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Clemson 0.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lateral.
Handoff to the single back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
With the catch, it's Maffa. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Randall. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On third down, he drops to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On fourth down, looking to pass. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Quarterback checking the play. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
49, Clemson, 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Randall. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And
he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
The one thing I love about this defensive coordinator is that he has a lot of different exotic looks. He's not just going to rush with 4. He's not just going to rush with 3. He's not just going to blitz linebackers. This guy's blitzing DBs.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on first down. It's complete. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Quick strike.